In North Idaho news tonight, a grizzly bear is dead after a hunter shot it thinking it was a black bear. It happened last week in Bonner County. KREM 2's Christian Garza spoke with the Idaho Department of Fish and Game about what the organization is now doing to try to prevent this from happening again. Christian?
The Idaho Conservation League says the young female grizzly was killed near both the Selkirk and Cabinet Yaak recovery zones for grizzly conservation.
The grizzly bear population in North Idaho is now down by one.
It's not particularly common, but it is unfortunate and unusual that 3 years in a row now this has happened.
TJ Ross, the regional communications manager for the Idaho Department of Fish and Game, says since 1982, 11 grizzlies have been mistaken for black bears and killed.
Education is king when it comes to this.
Which is why, as of the first of this year, the department is requiring black bear hunters across the state to pass an identification test online.
The bear identification test is one tool in the tool belt for educating the public about how to tell the differences between grizzly bears and black bears.
Ross says size and color are not reliable indicators. Some key differences between the two species is grizzly bears tend to have short round ears, a dished facial profile, a prominent shoulder hump, and longer claws than black bears.
If there's any doubt at all in that hunter's mind, they should take a pass.
Jeff Abrams, a wildlife program associate with the Idaho Conservation League, says while the identification test is good in theory, he believes other approaches should be on standby.
And maybe one of those approaches is simply to prohibit hunting in areas that we know we've identified as recovery zones, or in areas that we know bears are actually present, grizzlies.
Right now, there are 6 designated recovery areas from Washington to Wyoming for grizzly conservation, some of which, like both the Selkirk and Cabinet Yaak, have limited males and females.
It would just be a shame to see that progress be diminished or not happen as rapidly when the one limiting factor on achieving those targets is human presence on the landscape.
For those needing to take the bear identification test, you can find the link on the Idaho Department of Fish and Game's website. Now, as for the hunter, no repercussions have been taken against him just yet, but that could change as the investigation continues. In the newsroom, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.